Yeah. Okay, final question, please, Hanny. Okay.
So, two short points. One of them is an example to something Lopel was mentioning earlier about how Adobe almost shut down Venezuela because of the U.S. president's decisions. This actually happened with Microsoft and the International Criminal Court. Maybe not everybody here knows this, but the International Criminal Court is hearing a case and has issued arrest warrants against the Prime Minister of the state where I come from, and the state of Israel. And because of that and other political issues, the U.S. decided to sanction the court and the judges in the court and the prosecutor, I think, maybe also the judges. The prosecutor found himself one day not being able to access his email and his Office 365 account because he is a sanctioned person. And now the ICC, that they realize that they have to go some other way, and they're migrating away from Microsoft Office for the very concrete reason of having been sanctioned.
And guess what? Nextcloud gave them in weeks the opportunity to shift from Microsoft Office to Nextcloud and Collabora. So yeah, in weeks.
And I think I'll save my second comment for offline.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Kamiza, thank you. So, if you have any question about him, please ask him. Okay. All right, thank you very much. Next session is Collabora Online, recent improvements and features. Tomaž Vajngerl. Okay.
Tomaž Vajngerl.
Please go ahead.
Thank you. So I'll talk about Collabora Online and things that we recently done. So Collabora Online, as many of you know, is like online version of productivity suite that is based on LibreOffice technology. So I'll just go ahead and as a first thing, this is like live code editing. This is not really a new thing. Live code editing is collaboration, in other words. But it's not a new thing in Collabora Online, but recently we did many new improvements. So, unlike LibreOffice, in Collabora, there can be two users connected because they are connected to a server, and two users connected to the document, and they can edit the document at the same time. And here you can see now how you can show exactly where each user is located and what he is doing. You can see there is this Flopsy user down there that is editing something, and at the same time, the same document, you are also changing and typing something up. Similar also goes for the spreadsheets. You can see that there are many people editing it, and this I can do it at the same time. Okay, the next thing is about recently we had a very good focus on the UI and UX, so we did a lot of nice things. One of them is this contextual toolbar that when you are selecting something, you get this toolbar, this basic formatting options available. and you can just use it from this place, and you don't have to search it very exactly inside the notebook bar itself. What you also do is this on-click context tabs. So, for example, if you are selecting some picture in here, like this picture of a rabbit, pictures have like a lot of settings, and if you select on the picture, you will get a new tab, the tab bar, notebook bar, that has like only things for the that is relevant for the picture itself. So you can see this when you're selecting it. You can have options for the picture itself. One of them is this transparency, where you can choose the transparency of the picture. And also similar similar thing for the Impress. When there are picture, there are more specific options available here. You also have these effects and image mode and contrast and brightness that are added to here, so you can quickly easily check them and change them. And then we also added a lot of new tabs that were there before, mainly a lot of settings that were available inside the sidebar, but not inside the notebook bar. So we added this, for example, as you can see here, the transitions. These were in LibreOffice, you can find them inside a sidebar, but not at a different place. So the notebook bar is a little bit better placed for the Collabora. And generally, we want to use this sidebar less than we did. So we also added other things, this is like layouts, smart files, shapes, formula, pictures, slideshow, design, tabs that previously weren't available. We also put a lot of things that make sense together, so we have intuitive options put together. Another thing is you have inside this notebook bar you have groupings, and so we grouped a lot of things together, and if you are then changing the width of the screen to get smaller, this get then grouped as a button, so that you can still have the what is most important on the screen, and these less important options get hidden. Then we added in navigation bar we have like search now, so you can search for things in the navigation bar itself. Okay, these are the UI things. Now we also worked a lot on the performance, and got some performance wins. Previously we worked a lot on the server components or server side, and the communication between server and the browser. We wanted to first improve that, but now we are inside browser, so we want to improve the performance and also memory usage inside the browser. Our goal is like this, aiming for like the 60 frames per second if you have a 4K screen. And for example, if you see like in 2024 release compared to 2025, the amount how the browser is resting, so it's not doing nothing when you are itself doing nothing has increased a lot, and this is good. We don't want to waste resources. Then this is viewport-based preloading. For example, if you are looking at a sheet like here, what gets sent to the server is like this green area, and this red area is what is not yet rendered and sent from the server to the client. So we can now detect that, for example, you want to, with the mouse, you put scroll the mouse down. We know that you want the probably scroll more, so we start to preloading the tiles that are under the document that are under the scrolling direction, and once they start, we start to get this new, so the experience is much better. We kind of predict which tiles we needed before we actually really need them, and this makes the performance of scrolling and experience much smoother. Next thing is organization level collaboration. So in Collabora, you are usually using it with a combination of some sort of storage like Nextcloud, and for the organization level, this means that inside Nextcloud you would have for one organization you will have common settings, common artifacts there. In this case, we implemented like this autotext and custom dictionaries. So autotext is like automatically you can set some shortcuts what text should be inserted automatically if you write what is this word, and then you can hit S3, and this just, for example, in this case there is for example, this is a doctor office, and what was written is flu. So flu and F3, and it will automatically insert the text. Probably this is not just for one person, this is for the whole hospital. We should have the same autotext dictionary, and this is possible now. Same goes for the dictionaries. For custom dictionaries, if there is some words that are commonly used and are not inside the standard dictionary, you can now add these, and it will be added to the common organizational dictionary for everyone inside the organization. We added also that you can also edit now these and how to say you can manage these at one place inside. For example, this is using Nextcloud, but you can then choose the dictionaries and see what are the words there, and manage all these things. Okay, next is about comments. So we can edit, can insert comment. Yes, this is called common, and now we also added the possibility that we have comments inside this context toolbar. For comments, that's what is not supported in LibreOffice, like is this add mentions, so we can for example, just write add and name of some other user, and it will be detected his name, and he will also send a notification that, hey, somebody was mentioned here in this document. And we added like this more nicer look of the comments, and so it's not just flat, but you can see how the conversation was done. So, and I think that last thing is like you can open. On here, you can open this now in a full view, because sometimes if you write a very long comment and there's a comment and the box is just a small one, it's very hard to read, so you can expand it. It's easier to read. So there's also document signing. This is not like document signing that is cryptography to sign the document, but like using a DocuSign or some similar service. We added some like this EID integration that has multiple providers. I think it's also provided mostly just the API, and so you can now directly inside Collabora Online sign the PDF document or not. Usually this is used for PDF. Yes. So these are mainly things that were already done and are available, but now I also want to mention a little bit about what we are currently doing. So one interesting thing is like this is, so I don't have any screenshots for here for this, because a lot of are quite new. So here is like this follow me slideshow that we were talking about, working on. It's kind of like an alternative to usually screen sharing slideshows when you are collaborating or talking to people in online. So usually that you do and send the video of the slideshows to other people that can look it on the screen, but which is not really, it can do better. So what we did here is that because we already have like the server, all users are connected to the server like they would be collaborating, but instead of collaborating they are just viewing the slideshow. So there is one user that is, what you can do is when the leader goes forward, also the followers, they automatically skip forward. But what you can also do here now is that if you miss something as a follower, you can now go back and see, okay, this is what he was talking about previously. So you have a little bit more flexibility here, and what is also here is that it uses less bandwidth than just always sending the video, and it's also high quality. The next thing, this is what I'm working currently on, and banging my head against this per view sheet filtering or sheet views. So if you have, for example, two or more people working on a sheet at the same time, you can then, and you have like a data, like you can see on the left side, maybe it's, It's a little bit better if I just show the video because I have it here. So you can see these are now two browsers. Up is one and down is another browser, and you can see that if you change the filtering on one, it will of the auto filtering will change on the another user. But now you have like this sheet views. You can add a new sheet view, and filtering is independent on what is the our other user currently looking at it. And you can, of course, change from the sheet view to a default view that is just normally doing the sheet itself. And again, you can just change the filtering itself or also sorting. And it will not influence the other user, but what the other user is seeing. So this is generally what sheet views are. But more interesting, I'll say that this is also saved into the file, so you can predefine the views of the data by yourself. So next thing is chart styles. We're working so that usually now you have to, if you want to create a chart, you have like just a default style there, and there is, if you want, you have to always change manually the properties of the style to make it nicer or how you want. So now we added that you can save these styles and later load them, so user will have more styles available from soon. Then we are also working on table styles. This is like in Excel, you have like these Excel tables. This is what we want to add support for. So we already have like nice table styles working, but just these Excel tables is a lot more complex topic. So we are working on this, and let's hope that we will make it soon. And there's also many more things. One. Probably I forgot a lot of them, but one of these is, for example, improving of the OXML document, because we now have this MS tests tool that checks how LibreOffice or Collabora online is exporting the documents to the or XML format, and then tries to load this inside the Microsoft Office. But, there's a lot of documents that don't load after this. We are fixing a lot of these documents and seeing why exactly this is happening. Then there's change tracking, improvements, and yeah. And lastly, it's like multi-page view. So inside Collabora Online, you could just view one document one page at a time inside in Writer. Unlike LibreOffice, you can like do left and right pages, and now we are adding support for this, and yeah, this is more or less it. So lastly, we have like these Collabora Online Days 2026 in Hamburg. If somebody is interested to attend here, it's from 27 to 29 of April. And this is all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the topic. Do you have any questions or topic, opinions or something like that? Okay.
this time I have a real question, not a comment. Could you explain these MS tests, what it is, and is it free?
Yes, MS Test. This is just a tool that we take this corpus from Bugzilla, I think, of documents, and then we open this document in LibreOffice, save it as XML, and then say Microsoft Office, try to open this, and it will go through all these corpus of documents and see which one can.
Is it integrated in Collabora?
No. This is a separated tool. It's available for free on GitHub, Collabora, online something. I don't know.
So several weeks ago, you announced and released a desktop version.
Yes.
Which I've already
This one.
tried. Yeah. And now you surveyed a list of features. How many? So some of them are not relevant to possibly being in LibreOffice, and some of them are. So can you say something about your strategy or choice of what ends up in LibreOffice itself and what continues to be LibreOffice specific?
I don't think we have any difference than before. Yes, if it made sense and it's possible for LibreOffice, you add it to the LibreOffice, like for example table styles and all this will be available. If it's not, like, see, for example, like this mentions, this is a little bit hard, like inside comments, this add mentions, this is a little bit harder to add to LibreOffice because you need a server component. So let's see what we are currently at. For example, this follow me slideshow, you cannot. Per view spreadsheet filtering, it's more useful for collaboration, so I'm not sure how it will be available in LibreOffice. Chart styles, they will be available, table styles will be available. All these improvements for the formatting and change tracking and multiple page view will not be available because it's already available. So yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So, thank you. If you have any question, please ask him. Okay, thank you. Now, next.